it's Alexis Neely, and we are live with The Whole Truth About Love and Money. You can find us each Tuesday right here at thewholetruthshow.com, and today we have a great show for you. Hopefully, in the first hour this morning, we're going to be talking with Kelly Notaras about orgasmic meditation. Yes, you heard me right. Orgasmic meditation. We call it OMing over here, and you will too. And you, I think, are going to love the conversation we're about to have because you're going to be able to think about sex in a whole new way. What I like to think of is in a more true way. Let's just start by I don't know, how do you start a conversation about orgasm?
Well, honestly, the first place to start, I think, is you were talking earlier about orgasms. And so for me, it's like starting off with the difference between orgasms as individual events, which I actually refer to as climax, and orgasm, which is a bigger kind of experience, an entity, a sort of a place where we can live. It's like our life energy, basically.
Okay, so let me describe a little bit about the practice because I had kept hearing about orgasmic meditation and I love the sound of it, but I didn't have any idea what it was. In fact, I didn't realize that you were actually being touched. You know, I personally have had orgasmic experiences like what we're talking about with no touching. In fact, I'll let you guys know some other ways that I personally have had this orgasmic energy course through my body that did not have to do with this practice. Through a breath practice, a holotropic breath practice, I've experienced this orgasmic energy in my body through network chiropractic, where you're laying on a table and they're doing some sort of like beep, 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 beep on your back. I've experienced this orgasmic energy in my body. And then in communion, in relationship with another human, but without any touching, I've experienced this orgasmic energy throughout my body. So there's different ways that you can experience this energy in your body that don't involve actual physical touching. And yet each time that I've had that experience, sometimes they'll call it, by the way, like having maybe your kundalini rise, your kundalini energy rising. So you can also experience it, I think, through yoga and again, breath work. But each time that I've experienced it in my body in these other settings, I have, within 1 week of experiencing it, cut off the practice. Completely stopped doing the practice. And at the time, it was strange because I wanted to experience more of the energy in my body, and yet there was another part of me that must have felt like I couldn't. It was like it was a no, and I stopped doing the practice. And so what's brought me to the orgasmic meditation practice and feeling as if this is the pathway for me is because I'm aware that there's stuff inside of me that needs to be healed in order for me to be able to maintain the capacity to hold this energy in my body. And the orgasmic meditation practice is actually healing those things inside of me. It is a healing practice for me. It's not just giving me the gateway to this energy, but it's actually healing the things inside of me that caused me in those other times to cut off the practice right when it got good, right when it got to, what I thought that I wanted, feeling this energy inside of me. And then the practice now is allowing me to expand my capacity to hold this energy inside of me. Kelly, is it okay if I try to explain the feeling of the moreness?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So imagine feeling inside of your entire body, not just in your genitals, but in your whole body, an electric buzzing that maybe fills your chest and your belly and your legs and your arms, and that your entire body feels electrified in a really good way, like alive, fully, completely alive, and that you could carry that feeling and that energy with you throughout your day. So it's it's like you're buzzing. You're truly buzzing, but there's no substances involved. The only substance is your own internal hormones. All right, we're talking about money now. It's the money hour. Money hour, money hour, money hour. In the money hour, we talk about entrepreneurship and money as an evolutionary path. And money has been one of the main evolutionary pathways for me. Dealing with my own internal money issues has been a huge opening for me. I have made money throughout my life from a fear-based place, from a survival-based place. And this has been coming up quite a lot in conversations that I've been having with people over the past few weeks, this concept of survival. So many of us have been conditioned to live our lives from a place of survival. Entrepreneurship, like sex, can bring up everything that needs to be healed. So I personally needed to heal my survival behavior, my unconscious behavior that caused me to behave in certain ways because I was so afraid that if I didn't, that I would die, that I would not have enough money, that I would not have enough love, that I would not have enough support, that I would not be taken care of. And exactly what you're talking about, Mary, those feelings of not enough, not enoughness. And so entrepreneurship has been the pathway for me to bring these things up. The work of your soul's evolution is calling to you, and that great work has to do with your healing. That thing that you need to heal, that thing that's coming up to be healed, is a big part of your great work. It's a big part of what you have to offer the world. And if you don't allow it to come up, if you continue to engage in the avoidance patterns that you've engaged in your whole life, that you've conditioned yourself to believe are true so that you won't have to deal with the pain, you won't ever end up getting to those heals. You won't get to the gold that is here for you to really help the world with.